Imagine this. Two Dutch masterminds, each with their own tactical genius, going head-to-head in the heart of English football. On one side, you have Erik ten Hag, the man tasked with bringing Manchester United back to glory. On the other, Arne Slot, the new kid on the block at Liverpool, making waves and showing that he's not just here to compete but to dominate. The recent clash between these two managers wasn't just another game. It was a tactical masterclass, a chess match played out on the pitch, where Slot came out on top, leaving Ten Hag to pick up the pieces. So, how did Slot dismantle his compatriot? And what does this mean for the future of these two clubs? Sky Sports wasted no time in making headlines after Liverpool's emphatic victory over Manchester United. Arne Slot builds pressure on Erik ten Hag, they declared. But it wasn't just about the scoreline. It was about the two Dutch managers in the spotlight, each with their own story to tell. For Arne Slot, his adaptation to the Premier League has been nothing short of remarkable. Taking over from Jurgen Klopp was never going to be an easy task, yet Slot has managed to imprint his own style on Liverpool in record time. His tactical acumen and bold decision-making have quickly endeared him to the fans and earned him praise from pundits across Europe. Sky Sports wasn't alone in singing his praises. Over at the BBC, they observed that Liverpool hasn't put a foot wrong since he succeeded Jurgen Klopp. They also noted the pressure building on Erik ten Hag. Why? Well, cameras caught Manchester United's owner, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, looking particularly displeased in the director's box. It's clear that all is not well at Old Trafford. But let's talk about the match itself, a 3-0 win for Liverpool that seemed almost too easy. Ryan Gravenberch, Liverpool's new midfield maestro, was a standout performer, earning a stellar rating alongside Mohamed Salah and Luis Diaz. Even Virgil van Dijk, with his commanding presence in defense, received high marks. But it wasn't just the individuals that stood out. It was the cohesive unit that Slot had crafted in such a short time. Meanwhile, for Manchester United, the story was much grimmer. The highest ratings for United's players were a mere 7 for substitute Amad Diallo and a handful of 6s for others, including Matthijs de Ligt and Diogo Dalot. Joshua Zirkzee, on the other hand, was given a disappointing 5, emblematic of the broader struggles the team faced. So, what exactly went wrong for United? Let's break it down. Slot's strategy was clear from the outset: high pressing, aggressive positioning, and capitalizing on United's weaknesses. The English press highlighted that Slot has changed everything without changing the names. His approach was more thoughtful, more calculated than Klopp's, and it was paying off big time. At Old Trafford, the game turned into a tactical showcase. Casemiro, who was once seen as a linchpin for Manchester United, had a day to forget. Slot's Liverpool targeted him relentlessly. In the first half alone, Casemiro was directly responsible for 2 turnovers that led to goals. He was substituted at halftime, replaced by the young Toby Collier, but by then, the damage had been done. Slot revealed his hand post-match, sharing with Sky Sports how he dissected United's game plan. He noted that United had switched from man-marking in midfield to a more zonal 4-4-2 press. This change gave Liverpool the opportunity to exploit spaces with quick, direct play. He identified that if Liverpool could win the ball high up the pitch, United's defensive structure would crumble, and that's exactly what happened. Slot's analysis was both straightforward and insightful. He pointed out that United's fullbacks were often caught high up the field, with Casemiro attempting to fill the gaps left behind. By keeping Salah and Diaz high and wide, Liverpool constantly created one-on-one situations, forcing United into mistakes. Slot admitted there was a risk involved. Keeping 2 attackers high while pressing could leave gaps in their own defense, but he countered this by ensuring his forwards tracked back aggressively when needed. This balance of risk and control is what set Liverpool apart and left United chasing shadows. But this isn't just a story about one game. It's a broader narrative about two managers on very different paths. For Ten Hag, the pressure is mounting. His Manchester United project, once full of promise, is now mired in inconsistency. Reports from La Gazzetta dello Sport in Italy suggest that there's already a sense of crisis at Manchester United, a club where expectations are always sky high. Meanwhile, Arne Slot seems to have taken Liverpool to another level. Even without changing the squad significantly, his tactical nous has revitalized the team. His approach has been praised across Europe, with some calling it more sophisticated and effective than Klopp's famed gegenpressing. And let's not forget the fans. After Liverpool's dominant display, chants of Slot's name echoed around the stadium,